Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Instant Rewards Back Office Live Training Webinar every Wednesday and Saturday evening with Ernest ODell, your presenter and host. I tried to get some other guys to get on here with me tonight. I don't know if they're going to show up or not. Haven't seen them show up yet, but we have got some authorities on the call with us tonight. One of these authorities is a good friend of mine, James Dawson, Jersey boy, and Parita Burris, and Michelle Nubel. They have been in Instant Rewards for quite some time. Ed, looks like Ed got knocked off, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell everybody tonight, starting after the first of the year, we are going to be moving over to GoToWebinar system. These will be the same links, okay? This link right up here in the GoToMeeting link that you got tonight. This link will be the same link that we use for the webinars. But I need to increase seating capacity. In the GoToMeeting platform, it doesn't have as big a seating capacity as it does in the GoToWebinar. And if I need more seating capacity, I may even have to change webinar providers. But for right now, same link right here as you use tonight will be effective after the first of the year. One thing I will tell you, of course, is during the Christmas and New Year's weeks, I take a vacation, so I just wanted to let you guys know that I will be doing some tutorials during those weeks, and I will post them up on the YouTube channel. I won't be doing any live webinars during those 2 weeks. You know, even I have to take a vacation every now and then. It's not often, but you know, I do try to take a vacation, much needed. Tonight, I want to cover a few things that a lot of people have been asking about, and that's how to get traffic, okay? And then once you start getting traffic, what do you do with it? All right, we're going to cover that. One of the things that some of the people have been kvetching about over at some of the groups is, you know, they've been getting traffic, you know, from Facebook, Craigslist, and a number of other venues, but they've also had themselves slapped. Okay, now, we've gone over this in previous webinars, so I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail about that tonight. I will tell you, if you get a chance, go over to the YouTube channel over here at YouTube/DMS Groupster. I'll put this, what I'll do is I'll put this into the chat panel for you guys, okay? I'm going to put this on hold. One of the things that you want to do to get traffic is get a YouTube channel. If you have a Gmail address, okay, get over there to YouTube and set up an account. Now, the reason why I tell you this, that you ought to have YouTube and G+, Google+, as part of your networking venue. This is like lifeblood to your business. Traffic is the gasoline to your business. You need traffic. I get tons of traffic just off of this one channel right here. Another channel is Twitter, okay? Look, folks, they're free. This is free. Google, YouTube, learn how to use it. They've got videos and tutorials up here that you can use to learn how to post videos. Join the YouTube Academy University. It's free. They teach you how to become, a YouTube guru, if you want to use that term. I hate the term guru. But it's so easy to let this go to your head, if a lot of people do start considering you a guru. But you can put up a featured video that you upload. You can feature it on your channel, just like I did here. So when people go to your channel, all right, this is whatever you put in there. I can go over here and I can choose another one, all right. This right here, when they go to this channel, all right, and I just sent it to you in the link, subscribe. And the reason why I tell you to subscribe is if I put up a YouTube tutorial like I did today on applying to Facebook groups and avoiding the Facebook penalties, you'll get an email notification. All right, it's not necessarily a YouTube instant rewards replay, because I am recording this webinar. I record as many as possible unless it crashes on me, which is rare. It has happened to me before. Okay, anytime one of these webinars crashes on me, I'll try to redo it as a tutorial and do it on the fly. One of the reasons why these webinars tend to run a little long sometimes is because I'll get into Q&A after the webinar presentation, sometimes before, and they'll go a little long. Okay, so I'm going to try to keep this down tonight on the recorded version, about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes at the longest on the outside. Get a YouTube channel. Get over here and set up your YouTube channel. It's the same thing as your Gmail. If you already have a Gmail account over at Google Gmail, then all you got to do is log in to YouTube with your Gmail account. All right? Right here, sign in. Click sign in if you're on YouTube anywhere. Choose one of your IDs. I got 8, okay? I only have 2 of them cookied in. All right? I sign in. Now I'm in my channel. Here is where, okay, you can come in and, upload your channel. You go into Video Manager, okay, and then come down to Channel Settings, all right, and when you get to the channel settings, you make sure that you're reviewed, everything is in good standing. It may take you a while, a day or two, to get into good standing. You have to apply for longer video upload times, for anything longer than 15 minutes. Look at your monetization settings, okay? Custom thumbnails, external annotations. You can link your annotations to external sites and merchandise partners. Now, what I do on a lot of my videos, and one of the reasons why I get a lot of traffic back from my videos, is because each one of these that has a little green dollar icon on it means it's monetized. So I didn't monetize these for a reason, okay, because I didn't want ads playing at the very beginning of the YouTube. And you know how you start looking at something on YouTube and it's got a little ad pops up first, and then you can click on the skip ad. Once it times down, it'll do a countdown of 5 seconds to 0, and once it gets to 0, you can go ahead and say skip ad. These can do that, and I also have extended ads. I did not monetize these two because I wanted to make sure that people could just get right straight to the content. If I wanted to monetize it, all I have to do is come back, and you can do this at a later time. You can come back in there. You can turn it off and on. I can monetize it with ads, and I can put it in as an overlay in video ads or TrueView Stream. I may even use that. This ad contains a paid product placement. Okay. Display ads are shown by default. Okay. But because I don't want to do that, I want to cancel any changes and leave the page. I don't want to monetize this particular ad right here. I can come in here and change the thumbnails, change the image. I can set that one as thumbnail. It gives you 3 frames, or you can upload a custom image. Most of the time, all right, as you have probably noticed, I have uploaded the Instant Rewards logo, all right, for all of the tutorials and the webinar replays. There's a few of them in there, you know, with me standing there in my niece's living room and kitchen. You know, where I didn't put in a custom thumbnail, but I did monetize it. Okay. One of the things that I want to point out to you is this channel right here, YouTube. All right. It's a money maker. It will make you money because it's owned by, guess who? Google. It's like the 2nd or 3rd largest search engine, you know, in the world. Google is number 1. I think Bing is like 3. Facebook is 2 on the rank. Search engines, YouTube is like 2 or 3. As far as rank on the site, it's up there around 4 or 5, even though it's owned by Google. And then you've got Bing and Yahoo, which are also big. Now, tonight we're going to talk about contextual advertising. You've heard me mention this over and over and over. Okay? No sound. Donald, check your sound settings. All right? If you go over to this classified ad sites that I've shown you guys before, you can use this. Don't just limit yourself to Craigslist. I'm not going to go over the basics, all right, of Craigslist. Everybody's doing Craigslist. Everybody's also getting pissed off about Craigslist slapping you because, you know, a lot of people haven't been taught properly how to post over on Craigslist. Okay, we're going to get outside the box tonight. You're not going to do what everybody else has been doing. You stay on this call. Don't lose your seat, because if you do, you're going to lose out. I got over 2,000 people trying to get into this call right now. All right. Now, over here at the classified ad sites directory, you can use a lot of these to get started. All right. There's a link. You can use a lot of these to get started. You can use the pinging services to create a lot of link juice back to your website, just like you can use embedded posts from Facebook. Over here is a link to the sample ads. All right, you're looking for some sample ads. Click on there, and you'll see there's some sample ads over here. All right. Let me get over here and close my search results because the dog is digging. Now, I was talking about keywords earlier, and we'll get back to keywords in a minute. Keywords are going to be used in your high-performance, high-traffic networks, okay? Over here on page 2, I call it page 2, high-traffic performance networks. There's a video tutorial, 5 minutes and 4 seconds. I don't make any money off of these. These are not affiliate links. These are like the top 20 CPA networks. The top 5, 6, 7 that I use in there tonight, we're going to be highlighting ClickSoar, okay? ClickSoar.com is offering a special this week 400,000 impressions for $100. When you get over there and you look at clicksor.com, clicksor.com, give them a call, tell them you want to be an advertiser, you want to set up an ad campaign. If you got $100, you know, you might as well spend it where you're going to get some targeted traffic. What do I mean by targeted traffic? I was explaining this on a conversation before the call started recording, that untargeted, you know, we're just placing ads on Craigslist and it's not targeted, you know, by any kind of keywords. Where you get your contextual keywords on Craigslist is in your title. All right, so let me go up here and let's say sales biz dev. I posted an ad over here today. Customer service inbound sales. These right here are my keywords. This is my ad, okay? Customer service inbound sales. This ad right here was kicking my ass today. Some people pay attention to the time, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Some don't. I was getting calls just before the webinar started, and I had to unplug the phone because, you know, it went to voicemail. I can answer it and override the voicemail. I usually pick it up and answer it on the second ring, no more than the second ring. If it goes to third ring, I've lost the call. It's gone to voicemail. I can call them back if they leave me a message. But this right here is going to get you some search raw traffic, organic, if you use the right keywords in your title. So that's about all I'm going to tell you on Craigslist tonight. But if you want targeted traffic, specifically drilling down with people looking for, let's say, customer service, inbound sales jobs, okay, you're going to find them over here at Indeed.com, and you can post there for a fee. They're not free. Inbound customer sales, customer service sales, over at Indeed, LinkedIn, Globat, Snag-a-Job. Occasionally, if you drill down to page 2, you might see something on Craigslist. If you set up a Google alert for the keywords customer service jobs, you'll get some in. You'll see them occasionally on Craigslist, maybe not in your area, but somebody else, because I get them all the time. I have these alerts coming in on my email. And I use alerts, all right? So if you're looking for Google alerts, okay, just type in search Google alerts, and here it is, google.com/alerts, all right? What you do is you set up your search query, and you tell it results everything. You can, what I usually do is just say, as it happens, and I say, send me all results, and then I put in my email. You can put in any email you want. You don't have to have a Gmail account, all right? This is one way to track and see, you know, how much traffic certain keywords are being searched for, all right? So if you wanted to put in your search query, you could say, you know, customer service jobs, and it'll give you a synopsis over here, a preview, all right? And it's showing me the same thing that I saw on the previous page, all right? Here's some at jobs.monster.com. Some of these jobs, okay, that you place on Craigslist and on these other ad sites will get indexed. They will get indexed and aggregated into some of these sites, okay? Looky here. San Francisco Bay Customer Service Jobs, Craigslist.org, CSR, and they're over in the San Francisco Bay area, You can drill on down and see what kind of search results that they've already given you on an immediate basis. You can put in your email and then say create alert, and it will start sending them to you, and they'll send you an email. You have to click the link to confirm the alert, and then every time something gets posted and every time it gets indexed, boom, it'll send you an email with all these links in it. If you want to grab these immediately, take it, left click, hold the mouse down, copy it all, right click, copy everything, snap it into a page. Let's say we go over and open up Notepad. I don't know if it's going to copy all the links over if they're blind. Okay, it's raw, and you'll have to sort them out. Okay, but you can see that there's some partial links in there. All right, so you can go in there and here's one. All right, this is a link that it couldn't read. All right. So what you might do is just come back over to the site, and instead of scraping, if you want to look at each one, say immediately, let me just right click on that and open the link in another tab and take a look at this ad. You want to get some ideas what people are using in the way of ad templates? Steal the content. Junior account manager. You can advertise, you can use whatever terms you think you can get away with. All right, look at how they're wording the ad. You might say junior account manager in Craigslist or Backpage or any other place. All right, and say, we're a national advertising firm. Don't put your company name in there, because I'll tell you why. You got competitors out there that's going to flag you on Craigslist. Don't depend on Craigslist. I did without them for 8 years and did just fine without them. Okay? But if you do use Craigslist, be wise in, using. You can get away with it over here on ClickSoar. It's a little bit different, because in ClickSoar, you're going to be narrowed down to about 2 or 3 lines. And what do I mean by that? You get over here to Google, all right? Let's go over to google.com. And let's say we're going to look for work at home jobs, all right? And I want to go to more, and let's say news on work at home jobs. All right. Right here. These are targeted ads. No fee, work at home, nextjobathome.com. Okay? They are paying for this. They're bidding, and I wouldn't bid much more than Run of Network or CPI CPV for about 1.5 cents. 400,000 impressions for $100 is like 0.00025 cents. It's less than 25 thousandths of a cent, okay? And that's this week. They don't do this all the time. This is why I'm telling you. If you got $100 to throw into this and test it, cap it, $5-10 a day, let it run for 10 or 20 days. All it's going to do is bring you some targeted leads. This is not going to get you a bunch of bottom feeders just looking for a job. These are people who are actually looking for this specific search term, or they're looking for, let's say they're looking for freebies, okay? Here's freebies frenzy, freebies and samples, freebies.shareyourfreebies.com, freebies stuff. You see that they've got this narrowed down to like 3 lines. That's it, okay? You got to have a powerful link, okay, in your freebie or in your link, they'll show you how to do this. Then the URL to your website, all right? This is the actual click-through link, freebies.shareyourfreebies.com. If you look down here over on the lower left, you'll see the URL pop up, all right? And then you got 1 or 2 lines to captivate. You've got to have a powerful headline, all right? So, Keith, you know, he says he's gotten referrals from sites he's never heard of. You can do that, okay, to a point with, you know, this website here over on these free sites. But I use Ad Knowledge, Ad Marketplace, Clicky, CPA Away. Clicky is more of a analytics site. Max Bounty, HyperTracker is another tracking site, and then 7Search. 7Search, these are all high-performance networks because they only get paid when a particular action takes place on your ad. Somebody has to actually click through, okay? This is why I run cost per view, CPV, CPI, cost per impression, and then I do a CPA ad, or a run of network, RON. I don't do interstitials. What is an interstitial? An interstitial ad, okay, is something that pops up either on top or behind the browser when you land on someone's site. They can be annoying as hell. To some people, they're just annoying. Okay, so I don't do interstitials. I've tried them. I've gotten low ROI on them. Okay, so I just don't use them. I go with the run of network, RON, CPV, CPI, and CPA. Pay-per-click, if they actually click through, then your ad copy has to be strong to keep them on the site. Now, one of the things that I've noticed about, if you go to Instant Rewards network.com, let's take a look at my default page, okay? I've got it set up where it's not playing a video, all right? It's got some good copy here. I can use a different web page. I can use a different lead capture page. You know, I can go into the back office and use a different one and test them out and see which ones work better than others, all right? So let's go ahead and log in real quick, and I'm just going to show you and give you an example, all right? And we'll go to capture pages. This one with the video does well. This one does well. This one does well, okay? If you're targeting for, let's say, these keywords here, work at home moms and dads, and I'm going to send you guys this list, all right? Copy. Let me come back over here, and I'm going to paste it into the control panel. All you got to do is copy that list and put it over into a text file, okay? And one of the reasons why I use this, and I don't use a whole lot of, I don't want to save this. One of the reasons why I don't use a whole lot of keywords is because I keep my campaigns tight. I could plaster 2,500 different short tail, long tail keywords in here. You know, it's just, yeah, it'll broaden my scope, but I'm trying to run a very tight scope, okay? This right here is a long tail keyword. If you got more than one word, it's a long tail. This down here, okay, like the word unemployed above it, is a short tail because it's just one word. Same thing here, okay, MLM. It's a short tail keyword. If I use anything more than one word, 2, 3, or more, then it's a long tail keyword. You want to go on the internet and find out what people are using. You can use paid for services like wordtracker.com. You can go to Google and use their keyword search tool. They've changed their system a little bit, okay? But once you get things narrowed down and you start plugging your campaign together over at, let's say, ClickSource, you've got your account set up. Let me get logged in here. All right. That's not my username. I think was unsuccessful. All right. My account ID. I'll have to do this later. Yes, always forget my account passwords for some reason. Okay. Now, let me just open it up with my Facebook. Now it'll go back. And it's not redirecting. Okay, screw it. I'll cover that later. My memory is not slowing down so much. I don't have that many tabs open. But let's get back here, okay? We've covered YouTube and the necessity of using YouTube, all right? And you've got this side here. Let's cover that, get that out of the way. What you can do is grab the link, right-click on your capture page. You don't want to change your default. What you want to do is copy the link location, and I'm going to show you what I just did. I just copied the link location because what this is going to do is now it's going to show you right here the splash page and your ID. So it's going to connect up with your account, your autoresponder. So if you want to run a split test, come over here, copy link location, and let's go over here. And now we've got splash 15 with my ID, okay? So what I can do is I can use Clicky or what was the other site? Let me get back over here to page 2. I tell you, we got people trying to log into this webinar right now, and when they fall out, if they lose their connection, they lose their seat, somebody else is going to log in and take their place. I hope they get back because this thing is maxing out, all right? The webinar is maxing out. Right down here, Hyper Tracker and Clicky or Get Clicky, same place. Use it for analytics. You can use it to split test and split campaigns, okay? I was testing 167 campaigns on one of my campaign, 167 split tests. We're up to 26 right now on attendees because I am maxed out at 25 because I couldn't get GoToMeeting to up my seating capacity until next week. It's like, they couldn't do it in 4 hours. They couldn't do it in 5 hours. I tried to throw money at them, and they just couldn't do it. So hang in there, guys. Invite your friends because this doesn't happen very often. I do have some other software that I'm going to have to use, I guess, start transferring over to what Willie Crawford is using, or GoToWebinar, and get it up to 200 seats. But I've had 2,000 and 3,000 people on here before. One of the webinar programs that I really do like is the one that Vic Strazaus uses with Adobe, because he has like a 3,000 seat capacity, and his webinars always max out. Okay. I've got over 200,000 subscribers in my my autoresponders. All I have to do is send out a broadcast to all of my autoresponders, and I can pound 200,000 people, and I can guarantee you I'm going to get 10 or 20,000 of them try to sign up. It will only take like 3,000, I think, on the package that Vic Strazaus is using. I could probably max it up a little bit to 5,000 or 10,000. Let me give a shout out to Clarita Kasubi. I'm glad you can make it on the call tonight, Clarita. Donald Falls, Doreen. Want to give you a shout out real quick too, and welcome you guys to the call. Vic Strazaus and Michelangelo Lopez, these guys, these friends of mine. Michelangelo is a guy. He's a real character. Him and Willie Crawford, I think, and Jack Bastide, they're all friends. And Vic Strazaus, he's doing some of the same stuff that Frank Kern and I were doing, and I got to looking at some of the stuff that Frank and Vic were doing, and I'm saying, oh my God, they're putting their secrets out on the street. They're giving this stuff away. So I said, okay, I might as well start doing it too. When you get over to ClickSoar and you start setting up your account, you might run 1 or 2 campaigns. You might run a split campaign. Use one of these pages, like maybe this one, okay? It's got your contact info on it. See what kind of results, okay? This way, they just get, first name. Just put one name, first name. Then their email. Now, the phone number is not one of those required fields. They might leave the phone number out. This is different than what I've shown you on the 3 to 500, okay? If you've watched my video on how to earn $300 to $500 a day with instant rewards, you're taking a little bit different tack, and that starts at the ad level. What we're doing here is we're going beyond Craigslist. We're getting outside of the Craigslist box. We're getting outside of the free advertising venue. You're getting into paid advertising, but you're going to do it on an affordable basis. If you can go over to Ad Post, big city ad classifieds, or quick ad, if you can post a 30-day ad for $5, or a 6-month ad for $40, or a 1-year ad for $40, hey, they work. They're good. Okay, that's great. But if you want, really targeted, laser targeted, okay, like you've just put a laser scope on your gun or your bow, then you'll want to get over here to ClickSoar, and I'm going to say, if you don't have $100, okay, scrape it, borrow it, whatever, this week, get over there and talk to them. Call them up, 1-416-499-8009, and tell them that you want to do a $100 special campaign for the 400,000 links. Okay? You can tell them I sent you, but it won't mean anything to them. Just tell them I mentioned them on a webinar. They're going to say, oh, well, thanks, Ernest, but they're not going to pay me for this, okay, because I'm not giving them any affiliate. I'm just saying this is for your benefit, not for ClickSource's benefit. This is for your benefit, all right? I don't make anything off of it. You can. Yes, Jessica, this video, if it doesn't crash, I am recording it right now. It will be saved, rendered, and woohoo, it will be loaded up on YouTube tonight, okay, or first thing in the morning. So if you're subscribed to this YouTube channel that I showed you guys earlier, all right, over here, if you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, click on that red subscribe button, then you'll get an email notification when I get it uploaded. All right? That's the best way to do it. I used to plug them in over here, over on the groups. But it just got so time-consuming that I had to do this on, so many groups. And now that Grant Cardone has showed up over on my my network feed, I got to do a plug on this guy. You guys, if you ever get over, you got to hook up with Grant Cardone, GrantCardone. Grant Cardone at YouTube and on Facebook and Twitter. This guy is like super dog. Arf, arf. I mean, this guy, he will get you pumped up. All right? There's three things that I do every morning, okay? I listen to Grant Cardone every morning, besides reading my Bible. And I listen to Jesse Dixon. Who is Jesse Dixon? If you go over to YouTube, okay, and I gotta share this with you guys. Hang on. I am not into preaching, and I'm not into converting anybody. All right? Yes, he is, honey. One of the finest gospel singers I ever heard in my life. This guy makes me cry and sends chills up the back of my spine and makes the hair stand up on the back of my neck. This guy can sing like nobody else. All right? This one right here, Highway to Heaven. I have posted this on my wall. I repost it, and I'm going to tell you right now, I've got to put this on hold because, it's good. It's that good. The only downside, I think, it starts up with an ad. Let me see. Hold on. Hang on. I'm getting some bandwidth issues. Yeah, see, it's got an ad in there. I'm going to mute that, all right, because I want it to skip the ad, all right, and go straight to. So when you get an ad up, all right, now I'm going to stop these people in the middle of the clap. I'm going to share this with you. You guys bookmark this link and listen to it after the webinar. I'm not going to play it during the webinar because I played this yesterday. I had to go to the pharmacy, and I had this playing on my CD player in the car, and I had it turned up about 85%. I got out at the parking lot over at the pharmacy, and I was dancing in the parking lot, okay? This thing had me pumped up so much. The Levelland, Texas police pulled up, and they thought I was doing drugs, all right? This is what, I'm telling you, this is what this guy does to me. This is what he does. I listen to this every morning, okay? I get pumped up on this. And, and then about lunchtime, I listen to it again. You know, uh, listen to the words, listen to the music. It will get you up out of your seat. If you don't get out of your seat, you're dead. Okay, I'm telling you, you're just room temperature. Uh, so, and before I start taking any calls, I listen to this. And then in between calls, I listen to this song, okay, because it keeps me pumped up. I Saw the Light is another good one, all right? Did I send you guys a link? Yeah, all right. I sent the link to you. Get over there and listen to it after the webinar. Now, get back over here. I click on my home tab, and I see all my groups over here. And where was I? Forgot where I was. I should have been following a script. But I post this up on my timeline, and I run these campaigns. Let me get back over here. Instant rewards. All right. Click that. Shut that down. Get back over here. Plug these links. All you got to do is get back into your Instant Rewards Network. If you're promoting Instant Money Network, okay, you only have 3 pages that you can work with. InstantMoneyNetwork.com. Let's go into the admin panel. I'm going to show you real quick. All right. You only have 3 lead capture pages. All right. The main one, the second one, which is a contact, and then the third one, which is a real nice lead capture page, functional, very functional. Okay. Seeking for online work. You can use something like this. As I said, full name or first name and email are required fields. It will give them a bounce and a buzzer if they don't put in one or the other. Contact number, a lot of times they can submit it without a phone number and it won't buzz them for it. Okay. Same thing here. All right. I use this for my lead entry. I use this particular one because I don't advertise it, but I use it to enter the people's names. Here, I got a guy today, Robert Namazi. All right. I plugged in his email and I plugged in his phone number. If I want to put any notes in there and comments, that goes into my autoresponder. I see it. He does not. But what it does, it immediately sends them the first instant message of the Instant Money Network autoresponder message. Okay. And I've edited my autoresponder a little bit, okay, on the autoresponse. If you just take a look at this, it just kind of basically gets them on the first screen and tells them what to do. And then down here, it's got, it tells them up here, read all the way through. Be sure to read this message all the way through to the end. People need to be told what to do. They see all this. It tells them what to do, shows them how to do it. They can make up to $160 if they do all 5. And then down here, it's got, guess what? All the information about this webinar right here, all right, and the replays over on YouTube, all right. It shows them where to go, what to do. It even tells them how to subscribe, all right. And I made it hot clickable so they can go back to the website and subscribe. All right, and I put my pick in there. But you can run a split test over here on ClickSoar when you set up your campaign, and you can use, let's say, Instant Money Network, lead capture page, Instant Rewards Network. You can do 2 or 3 different links, okay, for Instant Rewards. Let's say you're using one for Splash 17, Splash 15, and over here you're looking at Splash 16, and over here Splash 5, Splash 8, Splash 13. Where am I seeing that? Down here on the lower left, you see that little gray bar popping up. All right. Scroll up. I can run 17 campaigns. All right. I can run 17 different campaigns just for this site right here, over here, all for $100, and parse them out. Parse them out, you know, and cap them on $5 or $10 a day. I can parse them out and see which one results, you know, gives me the best results. You don't want to run too many, just $100 for 400,000 links. Now, where I got that is over here in my email. I'm going to fire up my email, and this is why I'm one of their resellers, and I'm also one of their clients. And I'm not putting out reseller and affiliate links here. I'm just going to say, you know, go over there and ask them about the 400,000 link deal for $100. Tell them that you heard about it on the webinar. Ernest ODell, you know, they'll probably say, well, thank you, Ernest, but they won't send me any money for it, okay, because I'm not broadcasting my affiliate link. Like I said, this is not for them. This is not for me. This is for you. If you can do ClickSoar, if you got $100, 400,000, okay. Now, let me sort this by date. All right, here it is. This is the email that I got today, and I said, I have got to tell my peeps about this. 69% off of their normal cost per thousand banner advertising. All right. CPM is cost per thousand. All right. Is targeted to the U.S. with over 1 million United States premium inventory in their network. They have verifiably one of the widest variety of channels to choose from. This will give you the opportunity to showcase your creative campaigns and get a higher return for your investment. Okay? It's a $320 value. Okay? It's valued at $200, but they're only, you know, they say $200 in their text because they didn't change their text and their alt tags. Maybe I should tell them. Maybe I shouldn't. But still, for $100, that's cheap, okay? You can maximize your ad exposure with ClickSoar this holiday season and get connected with the best premium CPM traffic. Offer ends Monday, December 16th. Okay, folks, what is today? The 11th? What is the 16th? That's Monday. What did I tell you? This week only, all right? At 1 minute before midnight on Monday, December the 16th, if you don't have your order in, you're screwed, all right? If you don't have it in before midnight, you're screwed. Did you hear me? Do I have to say that 3 times? If you don't get it in before midnight, Monday the 16th, you're stuck out. All right. Now, they can get you a lot of exposure. I've gotten a lot of exposure just in the past 24 hours with these people. If you're new, send them an inquiry. Click on, if I could give you a link to this, I would. I'd save it and send it to you. Their email address is advertiser@ClickSoar. Let me click on that and open up. Okay. Advertiser@clicksoar.com. Okay. I'm going to send you their email address and the chat box. You want to use this subject line. Why they said $10 advertising credit, I don't know. All right. And here's the 3 questions that they're going to ask you. I am inquiring about the $10 promotion. Below are the following information you need to know. What is your preferred ad format? Okay, I'm going to paste that into the window there on your chat window so you can scrape it and plug it into a text file. What is your preferred ad format? Mine, I'm going to show you, okay? My reply to them today, all right, was RON, all right? You can, if you want to, say RON is abbreviated for run of network. You can put in a comma, RON, CPV, CPI, PPC, PPP, PPI, you know, as long as you know what the terms mean, pay-per-click, pay-per-view, pay-per impressions, cost per impression, cost per action CPA, cost per view CPV, CPM, whatever. Which countries do you need traffic from? You can say USA. You can specify USA, no Hawaii, no Alaska, no Puerto Rico, no U.S. territories or protectorates, whatever. Tell them what is your budget for a test campaign. Just tell them $100, okay? And then attach your landing page for review, optional. All you got to do is send them your link, okay? Now, instantrewardsnetwork.com/DMS group is the link to my lead capture page over here at Instant Rewards, and that's where the click-through would go to, okay, from these ads over on Google, okay? So that's my tutorial on that. My other tutorial, as I said, for Grant Cardone is get over to Grant's website and connect up to him. Grant, he's got 2 daughters, and he married a beautiful woman, just a super sales guy. You'll find him also over at Amazon. He's got 5 or 6 New York Times bestsellers. Get his books over there. Get the 10X rule and sell or be sold. Watch his videos. Watch Jesse Dixon. Whatever inspires you, okay? Get your hustle muscle together, okay? Grant Cardone, super guy, okay? I'm going to close that. Let's get back to contextual advertising, okay? When you get into this contextual advertising, as I showed you here, all right, you're going to get a lot for your money, all right? You're going to get a lot of bang for your buck. They get, as they say, ClickSoar is one of the world's leading online contextual display advertising networks. Our network has over 150,000 content-rich websites serving 3 billion impressions per month, okay, to help businesses of any categories advertise their offers online. We have one of the largest drivers of traffic reaching the United States, Canada, UK, and worldwide, connecting advertisers with publishers. Now, if you want to come back over here and tell them in that email which countries do you need traffic from, if you want to say U.S., UK, Canada, that's the only places Instant Rewards is able to recruit from. You can spend some money in UK and Canada if you want to. One of the reasons why I don't, and I did a video on this the other day, I did a tutorial on this. In Instant Rewards, for example, on the 20 starter, you've got like 89 offers on 5 pages. In the UK, you have 12 offers on 1 page. In Canada, you have 13 offers on 1 page. Okay, so they don't have as many offers. You can run some test ads over there, but you might want to wait until you make some money before you spend money in the UK and Canada on a paid ad, okay? If you're going to run a paid ad, run it in a country in the lower 48 continental U.S. where you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck and the biggest return on your investment, all right? If you're going to pound 400,000 impressions for $100, maximize it where you're going to get the greatest return, and that's right here in the good old USA. I don't care what anybody else says about the United States of America. I don't give a damn, okay, what politicians say about the United States of America. I am not apologizing for the United States of America. We still have more opportunity here than anywhere else in the world. I love the places around the world, but I'm telling you folks, you will make money here in the United States because people are still looking for work, still looking for freebies, and they're looking for something that actually works. When I found Instant Rewards 18, 20 months ago, hello, Paula. When I found Instant Rewards 18, 20 months ago, back in April of last year, I had it figured out in about 120 seconds, and I got my first lead like in the first hour, okay, and they completed. I was so excited I just ran around in circles and chased my tail, all right. In less than 2 days, I had something like 2 or 3 more completions. And I said, okay, I finally found something that works. Now, all I got to do is just pound the hell out of it and pound the daylights out of it. And I started getting on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. I didn't just spam my people on Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn and all these other channels. Okay, I got them plugged in on widgets. I learned how to use widgets. Google, StumbleUpon, Reddit, Blogger. I used how to do them. You know, I learned how to use them, okay? I used traffic sites, okay, like this one that James Dawson sent me today, all right? Wipeout44.com, okay? They got some real brain food over here, guys, all right? I'm going to send you a link since you're on the call. I'm going to send you guys the link over here in the chat box. Scrape it, save it. I hope you're taking notes. Is everybody taking notes? You got Notepad open? Okay. Give me a Y. If you are taking notes, give me a Y. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Michelle says yes, yes. Jessica says yes. Kendall says yes. Renee says yes. James, yes. James has already got it. James Dawson is one of my thought provokers. I'm telling you, this guy he makes me think. Did I just poke that lead in there? Just poke that link in there. Scrape it, okay? Put it into a text file. Take notes. I open up Notepad for a reason. I use Notepad to take notes. I'm sitting there, and I hear people, you know, typing behind me. If I open up all the channels, I hear somebody typing. That means they're either chatting with somebody and they're not paying attention, or they're taking notes and they're paying attention. So it's good either way. I'm not going to complain. I'm not like the teacher who's going to come by with a ruler and slap you on your knuckles because you're not paying attention and taking notes. This is for your benefit, not mine, all right? If I could just plug in an HDMI into the back of my head and give it to you, fine. Kendall, you still got time. You can go up here in the chat box, scroll up to the top, and scrape down the whole thing. Or you can email me at dmsgroupster@gmail.com and ask me for a copy of the chat log, okay? Anybody wants a copy of the chat log, it will be available at the end of this webinar. Okay, so all you got to do is email me, and it'll have all the links in it. All right. I'll scrape out all the comments and everybody else's information. I'll just send you the links that were in there from, this webinar. Wipeout 44 is one of these resources that James does it every week. I'm telling you, steal this information. Steal it, all right? Steal it, dog. Here's another one. You want to look and see what you're doing on Facebook? You get over here to your timeline. They've got a year in review. Check out your year in review, all right? You can see I get pretty inflammatory politically. I am not politically correct, all right? I am not a politically correct type of fellow. When it comes to people threatening my liberties, I just won't comply. I'm just not going. You can sign all the executive orders you want to. George Bush and every president before him has been signing executive orders, and I just won't comply. Sorry, but I'm just a rebel. All right. I'm just not into compliance. I'm into non-compliance. I am here to make money, and I am here to share as much information as possible. Here's another one, tutorial sites. This is another one that James sent to me, tutorial sites. I've shared this before. Teamtree, here. There's another one. Tutorial sites. You know about YouTube. If you're going to YouTube, you can find tutorials over there. Okay, get over there. You want to learn how to do ClickSoar over on YouTube. You want to find out? All right, let's go over to YouTube. And let's do a search for ClickSoar and see what we find. ClickSoar.com. Hey, guess what? They got about 2,270 results, okay? ClickSoar, must see. Can you really make money with ClickSoar? Yes and no. That's my answer. If you're an affiliate with ClickSoar, yeah. If you're in connection with a lot of other publishers and advertisers, yeah, you can make some money. But you can also make some money on the advertiser side when you're trying to reach the consumer. And that's who we are trying to reach right now. Who is the biggest consumer that we are trying to reach right now? James, you know this answer. You can't tell. Okay. I'm going to open it up. All right. Everybody watching? Everybody watching, give me a yes or no. Give me a why. Are you watching what I'm doing? Can you see what I'm doing? All right. All right. Who is our biggest consumer that we're trying to reach? All right. Job seekers. Do I make my point? I'm going to blow this up so you can read it. All right. You see that? Job seekers. Yes, Jessica knew that. A little bigger. Well, let's see. I got it to 72 point. How big do you want it? Just kidding. Job seekers, okay, or people looking for extra income or extra income opportunities, okay? You can use some of these words for, guess what? Keywords. All right? So let's go back over here to keywords. All right? We can say job seekers. What was the other one? People looking for extra income opportunities. Income opportunities. All right. Here's one up here, home-based business opportunities. All right. And an easy way to make combinations of keywords is slap that in and say home-based income opportunities. You can keep adding, okay, MLM income opportunities. You can say multi-level marketing, all right, copy, and then put income opportunities, okay? Then you can run multi-level business income opportunities or multi-level business opportunities. You can kind of, how do I, swage or massage? Yeah, massage. Massage your keywords, all right? Think of it as, all right, you're feeling grapefruit in the produce section over at the store. What do you do when you looking for some of the freshest grapefruit? You massage it, okay? So think of your keywords as grapefruit or avocados, because avocados, you know, you grab them and kind of give them a little squeeze to see if they're fresh or if they're still green, or if you might even sniff them to see if they smell sweet. I love grapefruit. I love grapefruit and avocado salad with sunflower seeds on top. Shelled sunflower seeds. Okay. Now, so you take your keywords and you plug them in over at ClickSoar in your campaign. Well, I've got this. Let me do this. I think I know where my information is for ClickSoar. I have to look and see, did they send me? I have to look on my other computer over here. Hold on a second, guys. We are an hour and 15 minutes into the call, so hang on. We are still maxed out. Oh, man, you guys, we've got to up the seating on this. But one word of comfort. You can tell your friends and your people and your team members it'll be on YouTube. All right. Let's see. ClickSoar. Where did I see that? All right. I don't know my account ID. I can't remember it. If I knew it, I wouldn't be asking for it. I have to go through this. Seems like I have to go through this every time I want to. There's that damn memory thing again. Yes, indeed. I guess I'll just have to call them. All right. Well, I'll forget about trying to log in. All right. We'll just go back to ClickSource. I'll do it later. Get logged into your back office once you get set up. It's not that hard. Just remember, write your password down somewhere. Don't pull a memory thing like Ernest. Oh my God. You know, maybe I just had too much coffee, or I didn't have enough coffee or something. Maybe I just need some more Java and caffeine. Set up 2 or 3 campaigns, test campaigns. Copy your link location, okay, and plug it into one of your text editors. We get this back down to 2212. Yeah, get back down to 12 because it's a lot easier to read for me, okay. Copy that. All right. So what we're doing is we're looking for job seekers. So you would set up, add that keyword in there, job seekers, income opportunities. You can add, stretch it out. Like I said, I've got, some files. I've got 2,000, 2,500 long tail, short tail keywords. You want to keep it laser targeted because you're only going to be bidding on certain keywords if you go to bid. You don't want to bid on a whole bunch. You're not going to bid or outbid anybody else. So kind of keep them focused and targeted. I've got, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's another 5. There's like 20. Okay, I got 20 long tail, short tail keywords. And maybe I should break them up into sections of 5 like that. Or I can plug them in a CSV and count them on a spreadsheet. Okay. If you keep it, and sometimes even a partial keyword search will show up, all right? Income opportunities or multi-level income opportunities might show up where they didn't do a search on the word marketing, right? So if they're doing something for like multi-level income or home-based income opportunities, they might, they might even search it with a hyphen in between each one. You don't have to, okay? They'll still pull it up on text, all right? This is why they call it contextual advertising. Contextual advertising. Now, can you use banners? Yeah. If you want to get into banner advertising, you can. They do have banner networks. One of the reasons why I strongly suggest, okay, using contextual advertising over on YouTube, or not YouTube, but Google. Let me get down to news. Contextual advertising is going to show up over here. These get a lot of ads. I don't use AdSense, okay? Let's say I want to look for discussions on that search term. All right, I can see some discussions here. Indeed.com, and because they're reading my IP from Lubbock, Texas, it's going to naturally show jobs, work-at-home jobs, employment in Lubbock, Texas, over at Indeed.com. Here's one, Lubbock Craigslist, SLS. All right. Here's Lubbock Sales Jobs Classified. So, you know, guys, if you're advertising over on Craigslist and you're not getting flagged, you will get Googled in. And this is, you know, just on the first page. And this is without running a budget. So, yeah, it does work. Posting on Craigslist does work. They're going to find these ads. So guess what? Here's my ad right here. All right, customer service inbound. Let me show you a little trick. When you go over there and you get your ad plugged in, hit this best of link a few times, okay, and hit F5 to reload the page. It does not read your IP. This gives you positive votes in case somebody flags you, which gives you negative votes on your ad. So just, you know, and you can see I posted this 10 hours ago. All right, posted about 10 hours ago. I posted that this morning. Okay, F5 to reload, or you can come up here and hit the circle to reload. All right, let's say best of. All right, and as soon as it quits spinning over here, I'll get the reload symbol back, and you can reload there. Click reload. All right, now. See this little star right here, this little white star? If you unclick it, if you click it, it turns white. If you click it again, it turns gold. What that's going to do, all right, is when you're back over here, it's going to show it as a gold star. A lot of people don't know that. Now, this shows save this post in your favorite list. That's all that does. But it also marks it, all right, as showing that it's been marked as a favorite. So if somebody clicks on my link and they see it, they see that it's, you know, just a regular ad. If they click it as a favorite, you know, they're going to see this ad up here that it's got 3 favorites, all right? Or I'm going to see it, because then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, and this is how I can find my ads. They're not going to find them that way, but you can find your ads if you favorite your own ad. This way, you can come in here and you can see what you're doing, or you can just log into your account, you know, and check your ad. So this is just a little link juice right here for yourself, okay? But it does show up in a positive result if you click yourself best of, come up here and reload, or best of and reload with the F5 button, okay? And it will, you know, give you some positive votes, all right? So this search over here, because this is over here at Lubbock Craigslist, it's not necessarily going to go to my ad, all right? Let's look at this one, lubbock.jobs.topusajobs.com. All right, let's open this up. This is job board, all right? topusajobs.com, all right? Here's some top ads. Here's one of these places, okay, that you want to mark jobs.topusajobs.com or topusajobs.com, all right? And you can drill down. You can drop down, you know, topusajobs.com, jobs.topusajobs.com. That'll drill you down to the category, okay, for jobs. You can look at Houston, Houston, Texas. You can go to dallas.jobs.topusajobs.com. Get over there and post, all right? Come up here, post. It's free. It's like, okay, Facebook is free. Use it. LinkedIn is free. Use it. Twitter is free. Pound them. Use them. They're free. They're like gifts. Just don't spam. Build relationships and use them, okay? Because what's going to happen is, you keep posting even on the free sites, that you find over here, over on the classified ad directory. Eventually, it may take a few days, may take a few weeks, all right? But I want to show you something. This is something that a lot of people miss, all right? This right here, Lubbock Sales Jobs, all right? Click here, open link a new tab. Here's my ad, right? I posted this ad when? Hello? Somebody tell me. I want somebody to type in to the chat box. All right? When did I post this? Somebody tell me. 10 hours ago. There you go. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, James. 10 hours ago, today. I didn't have to wait 6 days. I didn't have to wait 6 weeks. It got indexed. Now, everybody thought I was bullshitting them when I told them, yeah, you can use all these free ad sites over here. They'll get indexed. Okay, I got proof. Do I have proof? Give me a yes or no. I'm going to record this and I'm going to put it up because, my reputation's on the line. Why, yeah, da. Say it in Russian if you want to. Da. Dam. It's Arabic. Okay. Si. Marie. Antoinette. You speak French? This is great. I'm telling you this. Guys, you're eventually going to get indexed and you're going to get aggregated. What do I mean by aggregated? These big job boards like ZipRecruiter, Monster.com, Hot Jobs. Guess where I found instant rewards back on April the 5th, I think it was, of last year? I found it on Career Builder. Yeah. I wasn't even looking for a job, okay? It came in on an email that I had up on a job search alert from Career Builder from years ago. I still get emails from Career Builder, okay? It came in on an email and just happened to catch me because it was listed in there. I get them all the time. And I thought, yeah, I'll click through and check this out. Yeah, I signed up, did the offer. I knew how this worked. And I started, running it. It took me like 2 minutes to figure it out, okay? And I went to work. And then I found out that using all these sites, here's jobs to careers, work from home jobs in Lubbock, Texas, work from home jobs message boards. It's like jobs on Career Builder, okay, customer service jobs, I could plug in customer service jobs, let's say from home, okay. What do we got here? We got anything from Lubbock? Let's say, I don't see anything from Lubbock. Anything from Craigslist? Don't see anything from Craigslist. Okay. So that particular search term didn't turn up anything, but that doesn't mean that they're not indexed because we come back over here and we see that certain search terms are indexed. So this is what we're working on here, guys. We're working on searchable keywords. Now, are all of these keywords going to be searchable? No, but some of them are. Okay, so here you go again. I'm going to send you these keywords over in the chat box. If you haven't scraped them yet, go ahead and scrape them. All right, scrape everything in that chat box before we end the webinar. All right, now let's run some numbers. Okay, let's just do some simple math right now, guys. Okay, if you're advertising, and I don't know where else you can advertise this cheap, okay, because ClickSource on most of their accounts, they're charging like $320, $200 deposit, $1,000 deposits with an ad manager. You can go in for $100, get 400,000 impressions. All right, let's do 400,000 impressions, and let's work on something realistic. Let's work on something less than 1%. Okay, let's say we only get 1/10 of 1%. That's only 400 leads, right? Okay, 400 leads, and they've clicked through and they've signed up. It doesn't mean that they've done their offers, okay, because now what you're going to do is start drilling down in your funnel. All right? When you drill down in your funnel from 400, let's say you've got 10% of those people actually doing completions. All right? You want to multiply that by 0.10. That's 40 completions. If they only do that on the $20 starter, you've just made $800. Okay. So, was it worth the test of $100? Yes. Okay. You know, you made 800, 700% profit. Okay. Because you spent $100 and you made $700 profit on top of your expense. Okay. I would say, yeah, it's worth it. All right. Turn around and take that $700, because you're going to say, all right, I spent $100 out of $800. Now I've got $700 left. All right. So let's say now I want to run another ad campaign and bump up my impressions from 400,000 to 500,000 or 1 million impressions. I want run of network 500,000 or 1 million impressions, and I got to spend $200, $300, $320. Okay. All right. Go back and look at 1 million impressions. All right. And mind you, you don't have to spend this all in one day. You can cap this out and stretch it out across a month. You can even put it into a time frame. All right. So you run it between, you know, West Coast to East Coast. You can put it into a time frame. All right. To run these ads, time specific and time zone specific, U.S. country specific. All right. So let's say you're running 1 million ads, 1 million impressions, and let's say you do this across 30 days. All right. Divide that by 30. All right. That's 33,333 impressions per day. All right. You know, that would probably give you a little bit more exposure. With 33,000 impressions per day in the course of 1 month on an expenditure of $320 out of $700. All right. And let's say you get 1/10 of 1%. signups. Did I do that right? Go back. 1 million impressions times 0.1% is 1,000 impressions, okay, and you've paid $320 for it. Out of 1,000 impressions, if you got 10% of, that's 100 new completions times, let's say $20 on the starter. That's $2,000 now, okay? You keep doing this over the course of 1, 2, 3 months, then you can start spending a little bit more money. If you spent $3,000 or $320 to make $200, you've made a net profit of $1,680. Was it worth it? Yes. Okay, it was worth it. All right. Don't go out and blow the money on a bunch of stuff, all right? Because what you're going to do is you want to move people from the 20 to the 60, the 80, and maybe even the PayPal and the games. If you're doing Instant Money Network, you've got 5 programs that you can promote. If you're doing Instant Rewards, you can do 2 in your combos. You can choose your combos, as many as you're registered on. If you're doing the IMN1, you can only promote 1 at a time. So let's say if you're over in IMN1 and you're promoting the 60, all right, and you make a $10 bonus on the 60, so it pays you out $70. If you get 1 million impressions, and I'm working very stingy on these figures, you could get better than 0.1%. If you got 1 to 3%, that would be just awesome. But I'm just working on some really skinny figures, okay? 0.1% is going to give you 1,000 leads, all right, out of 1 million impressions. Out of that, if they did 10% completions, and my completions have done better than that. I've had 38 and 45.5% completions, okay? So let's just work on 10%. These are all hypothetical numbers, okay? So you only got 10% of those people completing. That's 100 people completing the Instant Reward 60 with a $10 bonus. That's $70. So we're going to say 100 people have just completed their offers, and I made $70 off of each one. Instant Rewards is going to send me a check for $7,000, or they're going to, put it into my account, and I can just say, send it to my PayPal. I don't know if PayPal would put a hold on my account over $7,000. I don't know if I'd want a chance sending that much money to PayPal. I would probably go in, if I got over $3,000 payment, from my Instant Rewards, I might not want to have it sent to PayPal. I might have my payment method changed and just have them print me a check and mail it to me. Okay. I would just have them send it to me in a check, because they don't do direct deposit anymore. Too many problems with people not knowing how to set up their routing number and account number. Okay. I would just get it in a check form and have them sent to me. Once you start making these big numbers, all right, anything over $3,000, they're going to report it to the IRS anyway. because number one, Instant Rewards is legitimate. You make your first $600, you're going to have to file a W-9 with Instant Rewards because they're going to issue you a 1099. If you made $7,000 in 1 month, okay, that's good money. If you made $7,000 a month for 12 months, all right, that's $84,000 extra income on top of whatever you're making, working for the man. They're going to send it to you on a 1099, and you're going to report your income along with that. If you got a good tax man, I would say talk to your CPA or tax man and see what kind of deductions you can get for, business expenses, what's allowed and what's not allowed, all right? This is why I wanted to share this with you guys tonight, all right, about ClickSoar. Using contextual ads. And ClickSoar is probably going to send me a little thank you note or a thank you card for sending them, some business if you do go over there. Because this webinar is going out tonight. As soon as it renders, we are going on 2 hours now because we've had some questions. And what I'm going to do before I open it up for questions, I will request that everybody send me a request or a question in the chat window first. If you want me to open up the line for you for dialogue, because if I open up all 26 channels, it's going to get noisy, okay? Background noise can get really noisy on this call. I'm going to copy this and put it over here in my notes because I want to save this. I want to include this Top USA Jobs over on the classified directory for everybody. Watch some of these tutorials over on YouTube, okay? While I'm here, does anybody smoke cigars besides me and James? I got a buddy of mine over at I Spy Cigars over here at my wall over on my timeline. Robin T. Rushlow. He's not associated with Rush Limbaugh. Robin T. Rushlow is a real good friend of mine. He lives up in Iowa City. He runs the I Spy Cigar. He used to do MLM, CPA. He went blind here a few years ago, and the only thing he does anymore is his cigar business. He's got a cigar shop there in Iowa City. He's got an actual brick and mortar. He also sends out. I ordered some of these today, okay? I ordered some of these cigars today. I don't smoke, but I got some friends that do smoke, okay? And they have a real nice little 5-cigar pouch for $50. Just, an awesome smoke. They're called Sons of Anarchy, SOA. Sons of Anarchy. They got this one right here. $50. I mean, you look, guys, that's a $10 cigar you're looking at, all right? Go into a larger photo. I'm going to show you. That's the holiday sampler, all right? There's 5 cigars in there for $50. If you tell them when you sign up as a customer that Ernest sent you, just when you fill in the company info, just type in Ernest, ERNEST. Sign it up in all caps. He will put you in for future purchases at the silver membership level, which gives you a lot of discounts, okay? Your primary purchase, you may have to pay the full price for it, but after that, if you're a regular cigar smoker, he will give you silver membership discounts from there on out, okay? I thought that was awful nice. I mean, I don't make anything off of this. Robin is a friend of mine. He's blind. He's getting fedoras in. He's got apparel. He has memberships. You can sign up. You can go on the bronze membership. It's like a yearly for $29.95. The silver membership is usually $79.95. So he's giving you an $80 value for free if you just mention my name. And this is only for cigar smokers. And guys, girls, I know a lot of women that smoke cigars. I like cigars. And I got some of these cigars for some friends of mine, for Dr. Joe Vitale. He was one of the authors in the movie The Secret. He likes cigars. And Leon Brunty, a friend of mine over in Atlanta, he rides Harley horses along with me and some of the other guys. And I got some for him, for Christmas. These are nice little Christmas gifts. I don't know if Joe and Leon are going to get them all, because I just might smoke them all up. Who knows? Okay? Because I do like cigars. I don't smoke, but I do like cigars, especially with a little sip of nice warm red wine. Okay. Another thing, I'm going to send you, if you want to go over there and look at this particular package, the little pocket humidor, I'll send you the link, okay, for the iSpyCigars.com, the little humidor pack. Over here on Cafe Press, Cafe Press Intolerant Bastard, this is for people with attitude, okay? Your attitude determines your altitude, okay? I like to say I'm an intolerant bastard. I don't like poverty, okay? So I got mouse pads, we got mugs and stuff up there, and we don't tolerate politically correct nonsense. But one of the things that I don't tolerate is poverty, okay? And I don't tolerate people whining to me that they can't find a job, they can't make any money when they can, okay? When I was out of work and living in the backseat of my LTD, I did whatever it took, just like Grant Cardone taught. I did whatever it takes. I washed windows on restaurants. I bussed dishes in restaurants. I washed dishes. I cooked. I mowed lawns. I worked in convenience stores. I worked in truck stops. I busted tires. I hauled oil field equipment and drill stem and pipe. I did whatever I needed to do to take care of my family. All right. So, when people start, whining about they can't find this, they can't find a job, they can't do this. If you got to go on unemployment for a month or two, okay, fine, that's okay, that's great. I don't fault anybody for going on unemployment or welfare or public assistance if they need it, okay, for a couple of months, but don't stay on that poverty prison yard. If you make a career out of it, it'll kill you, okay? Because when you get out there and you put your hustle muscle into high gear running at 104%, and anybody that knows anything about flying jet airplanes knows that they fly beyond 100%, okay? That's when you throw your ass into afterburner, okay? That's when you become intolerant of poverty. You're not here to take no for an answer. This is why I'm showing you all these resources that James has shared with me tonight and that we found over at ClickSoar. And when I get an email from ClickSoar and they're telling me about, 400,000 impressions for $100, you can bet your ass I'm going to share it with you guys. You can bet you I'm going to share it with you. All right? Why? Because I want you to make some money. It's not paying me anything. I make enough money on my own, okay? Now, I'm going to unmute James. Anybody else want to say anything? If you have any questions, Keith, Jim, I think there was a few people in here, Lenovo, Michelle, anybody had any questions, type in Q into the chat panel, and I'll unmute you if you want to talk. James, do you have anything to offer? James, you are unmuted.
Alrighty. Well, I'm like you. I get tired of hearing all the whining and complaining. But you've heard my story, what I've been through.
But James, you helped a guy. You helped a guy on the street, and really, he wasn't whining and he wasn't complaining, but you heard his cry for help. And this is one of the things.
The fear and the terror in his eyes.
That's it. Okay. I want to share with you guys, all right, what James and I are talking about here. About what was it, a month ago? Can you share with the group what you found? The guy's name was Richard, right?
Yeah, Richard.
Share with the guys.
Kneeled down. He was kneeled down outside of a White Castle, pretty much crying his eyes out.
Now, anybody that doesn't know what a White Castle is, tell them what it is.
It's a cheap hamburger joint that you can get some fast food at.
You can get White Castle little burgers on a biscuit for like $0.25 a piece.
Yeah, but Richard, he couldn't even afford that.
Okay.
I mean, he had absolutely nothing.
He was hungry.
And when I stood him up, I heard this crackling sound. I looked down, and he had newspapers wrapped around his feet. That was his shoes. And he had already been through the trash bin trying to find something to eat. He just had nothing at all.
Guys, if this don't make you cry, you're not human.
The man was shaking so bad, he couldn't even hardly stand still because he was scared half to death. And he pretty much knew that that night was it. If he didn't figure out a way out, he was just going to die. Because he had no place to sleep, nothing. And here there's oh yeah, I took him in there, and the girl working there was a manager, was a good friend of mine, his sister, and I let her know, give him whatever he wants. And while he was doing that, I called a landlord friend of mine, and Richard didn't know I was doing that part. I arranged for a place for him to stay. I paid his first month's rent and deposit. And of course, he didn't have any furniture at all either. And I had a bunch of furniture in a storage facility that I didn't need. It was a combination of business furniture and personal furniture. And I arranged with the landlord to get his helpers together, and we arranged for a rental truck. And this is all behind Richard's back. He didn't know what was going on. And after fed him, I said, come on, we got a ride to take. Put him in the car. I had to help him to the car. And we met the landlord friend and his workers at a house, and the landlord friend walked up to Richard and said, we understand it, this is yours now, and he handed him the keys. And then we went to the storage facility, got the furniture, and on the way back, stopped at a local store and got him some shoes. And he just couldn't believe we were moving his furniture into his own house, and he had a place to stay. That was the first place he'd had to stay in probably about 6 months. He'd been living on the street and park benches and everything you could think of. But since that time, the man has actually helped other homeless people. He took it upon himself, and I helped him out as far as taking computer courses, got him a computer. He learned his way around. He wasn't afraid to talk to anybody on the phone. And he ended up starting his own little business. And now he started a charitable organization helping other homeless people to get them off the streets and get them to work.
Guys, this is what we're all about. If you're not making money, you can't be a blessing to other people. Okay? It was never intended for the government to take care of those less fortunate than us. It is up to us to take care of those less fortunate. Now, does that mean that we just, we're not good stewards? No. But I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, James could tell that this guy was a good bet. Richard was a good, you can tell when you're talking to somebody if they're really going to, be a good investment. Not for money, but for the benefit of that person being able to stay alive, because you never know what Richard's testimony is going to be 5 or 10 years down the road, or a year from now, okay? This is why I went over here, and James, his link, of course, is to, of course, this link right here is back to his page on Facebook. So you can hook up with James, if you want to, pick his brain. But I also posted the link to this post right here. I posted his post. He wrote this. James wrote this article on his website. You put it up, what, on your notes or on your wall?
Yeah, sure did.
And I said, I've got to scrape this, and I got to put this on my blog, because, as you can see, if you look over here, I've got, just on this blog alone, 1,788 followers. I don't have as many followers on my blog as I do friends on Facebook, because on Facebook, if you notice right here, I got 4,941 friends. I usually try to keep it down a little under 5,000, because it kind of maxes out. But there's a reason why I put this up and I repost it, because if you notice over here, I've got this little Twitter feed widget plugged in. Everything I post on Facebook gets plugged in back over here. This creates traffic. Okay, I did one today, Ernest ODell's 2013 year in review, I Spy Cigars. This has got everything that I posted over here on Facebook. Everything that I post on Facebook gets over to Twitter. I don't think James's post on my timeline gets posted over on Twitter. But every time I post here on my timeline, it gets plugged into about 32,000 different networks. Okay, Twitter and LinkedIn being just 2 out of the 32,000. I'd have to pull up a list and show it all right? But I thought that this warranted, okay, enough attention to tell people that this is what we're all about, is, you know, instant rewards is much more than just making money for yourself. Instant rewards could definitely use, in addition to their name, a moniker like everlasting rewards or long-term rewards. Maybe not everlasting. I don't know. Maybe everlasting is stretching it a little bit, okay? But there are long-term rewards that money can't buy, and this is one of them, okay?
Yeah, because oddly enough, it wasn't long after I helped Richard out. He was walking into a restaurant, and there was a guy crashed down just like he had been. He was in the same predicament.
Yeah.
And Richard said that's when it all come flushing right back to him, what I had done for him, and he turned around and did the same thing for that guy.
It comes full circle, okay?
That's right.
You know, the same thing, it will come back. Now, some people might call it karma, and some people might, you know, they might say, well, you know, in the book of James, it says to, you know, give, you know, to a man, you know, pressed down, running over, you know. I don't know the scripture right off, but it's in the book of James in the Bible in the New Testament, you know. And this is what we do. We give. It doesn't. You don't have to give $1 million to the charity. If you just, you know, if all you had to spare. Now, if you can't spare anything, I'm not saying, you know, take your last $2, you know, and throw it away. You got to kind of be a good steward with what you're doing. But, you know, you can't be a blessing to people if you're not making money. Over the past 6 months, since June or July, I have shown people how to use these free resources like these classified ad networks, Craigslist, Backpage, and all these others on this website, how to promote instant rewards. It's so easy. It's not just about making money, but about taking care of your family and being a blessing to those around you, okay? It's more than just feeling good. Because I'm going to tell you something right now, folks. I don't care what side of the political divide you stand on. I really don't. The government is not going to take care of you. I don't care who's in the office up there at the Oval Office. They don't give a damn, okay? They're talking about raising the minimum wage. You know what the minimum wage is going to do to you? Does anybody know the answer to what that is? James does. I do. All it's going to do is put you in a higher tax bracket, and guess what? It's going to increase your taxes. It's going to lower your take-home pay. And guess who gets all that tax money? These criminals up there in D.C. that are not even paying their own taxes, okay? Need I mention anybody's name like Tim Geithner? Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Oh, slap me. Man was busted, okay, for not paying his taxes. Do you think they did anything to him? Hell no. Because these guys are all connected. This is why, you know, I'm not compliant, all right? I pay my taxes, but, you know, if I can give money to the school district where they can go out and buy band uniforms, and that's one of my taxing entities, and I can take it off of my taxes, guess who's getting my money? If that money will go to the school district and they can buy new books and computers and pay teachers salaries, or maybe even give them a bonus, you know. Some teachers, I know they probably don't, you know, deserve the money they get, but there are some teachers that do really, they do a good job. Okay. What about scholarships? You know how much it costs to put a kid through school? Anybody got kids in school right now? Anybody put a kid through school? Give me a why. Somebody tell me yes. Okay, Renee, she's got kids in school. Or did you put some kids through school? You got them in right now? You can go public if you want to. Renee, let me unmute you. Let me see if I can't find Renee's name in here. I know you're in here. It's alphabetical. There it is. James had all of his kids put through school years ago. Renee, I just unmuted you. You can talk to me. Talk live. You got a microphone on your computer? If not, I'll put you back on mute, and you can just type in and chat if you're shy. Some people are shy. Yeah, it's all right. But some people have kids in school right now. Some people, okay, no microphone. Some people have, already put their kids. Well, you know what? This is something that you can do for your community. You can be a benefit and a blessing to someone in your school district. Put up a scholarship fund, talk to a CPA or an attorney, see about starting up a fund or a foundation, make some money. It really doesn't take a lot of money to start a foundation. I think you can start one up for about $1,000. Put the money in the bank, set up a 501c3, start a little foundation, let it start earning some money, and then you find somebody that's worthy of a scholarship, and we call it meritorious benefits. Give them a scholarship to one of the schools, okay? Be a blessing to your community. Keep your money local, okay? If you contribute to a foundation that you've set up on a 501c3, guess what? Even though you might be the owner of the 501c3, the nonprofit, you can still, write it off for your taxes, okay? Because it's managed under a different corporation. There's all kinds of things you can do with the money that you make over at Instant Rewards. I'm just showing you how to get more exposure because, look, guys, if everybody is using the same website and the same lead capture pages and the same ad venues, you're going to get some traffic. You're going to get some exposure, and you're going to get some sign-ups. But you've got to get outside of the box, and that's why I suggest to people to use these high-traffic network sites over at the directory. Now, I get a lot of people that come over here because I get a lot of traffic to this website because it's free. They subscribe to the changes. Every time I make a change or I add something, they put their name and their email and they verify their email, and then they subscribe, okay? There's a reason why I put that up there is because, some people want to subscribe to this and because they do want to get notifications about any additions or subtractions, because I'll take content off. I'll move stuff and I'll take it out. I found a couple of sites on a test the other day that weren't working, so guess what? I emailed them. They didn't email me back. I got a 404 page. Guess what? Boom, I took them out of my list, all right? I take them out. If they don't work, I don't want them on this directory. I only want working sites. Why? Because they work. They work for you. They work for me. I started off just like everybody else. I started from zero, all right? Everybody starts from zero. When you climb a mountain, you cannot climb a smooth mountain. You need a mountain that's got crags and jags in it because you need a place to put your foot and grab your hand. You got to have a handhold and a foothold. This is why mountains are craggy and rough. If it was smooth, you'd never make it up to the top of the mountain, okay? And where do people start when they start climbing a ladder? They start from the bottom. Everybody starts at the bottom rung, okay? But this is one of the places where you can start, and Instant Rewards is your vehicle. You need traffic. Traffic is the gasoline in your vehicle. Your vehicle is Instant Rewards, okay, or Instant Money Network, or IMN1, or ZNZ, or Bric-a-Brac or Block-a-Black, or whatever, these companies that you're promoting. It can be Vasalis. I don't care what you're promoting. It really doesn't matter. Your vehicle is whatever you're promoting. That's what you're driving, okay? Traffic is the gasoline that gives you the go, the traction, the motion, okay? That's what you need. You can start off with a lot of traffic here. One of the reasons why I wanted to share this with you tonight is because these high traffic networks, when I get emails from ClickSoar, like this one here, okay? This one here what's the date on it? 12/10, came in at noon. What's today's date? Double click on my time and date down here. December the 11th. All right. All right. So I got this yesterday. I got this email yesterday. All right. Let me put the newest. Well, that's 2012. Let me put the newest back on top. Here it is. That's today. All right, 12:12 p.m. This one I got down here was from a year ago. Sorry, guys. 12/14/2012. That's a year ago. Same ad. They run this ad once a year. This is it, guys. You have got until when? When did they say? You've got until December the 13th, 2013 to get your order in, okay? That's what you need. Maximize your ad. Yes, December 13th is Monday, this coming Monday, 1 minute before midnight. If you don't have your order in by then, you're stuck out, okay? December the 16th, 2013. That's this month, next week, Monday. Today is the 11th, Wednesday, okay? So you have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to get it together. Get over there and plug your ad in over at ClickSoar, all right? I don't make a dime off of this. I just, I'm doing this for you. When I get this stuff, I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to tell you about it, okay? We have recorded everything since we started, and it's been going for about 2 hours and 10 minutes now, all right? So I think this is probably long enough, and I'm going to stop the recording and say good night to everybody, and thank you all for showing up. I will say this. Next month, January, next year, after the first year, we will still be able to use the same links, okay, for the webinar, but I will be transporting or porting everything over to the GoToWebinar system, okay, because we will have a higher seating capacity. when I advertise these things on the events in the Facebook groups, we get a ton of people signing up. All right, give you an example, show you real quick. This is something else you can do. You can sign up for your own account. Okay, as soon as you log off of this webinar tonight, you're going to get a link where you can try this out for 30 days free. Try it out free for 30 days. You can create the same stuff. You can record it, upload it to YouTube, share it with your peeps, okay? Over here on the IMN Newbies support group, events, I think this is where I posted it. Nothing scheduled for today. Or did I put it over here? All right, here it is. It was over on the main support group. I posted this event. All right. Let me show you something. I invited in just one group. This group alone, okay, has over 20,000 members. It reached out and sent the invitation to 19,696 on the first invite. This is what's showing right now, 19,425. I got 132 maybes, okay, and 200 confirmations that they were coming. Guess who showed up? 26. Not bad, okay. 10%. You know, a little over 10% of 200 people that said they're coming, they showed up. James is here. Michelle is here. There's several other people on this call that said they would show up. Of course, I had to show up because, you know, I'm the presenter and the host. But this is how you can build up traffic when you belong to a group. If I put this event on 30 groups, you know, I could have 3,000 people show up just like Vic. All right? You can too. And you can have a lot of people come in, and I do mostly content. Very few times do I do sales pitches. I put a pitch in there tonight for James' post over here on the WordPress site. You can go read it, hook up with James. I'm telling you, the guy, he's kind of scruffy looking, you know, but he's really a good guy. You know, James won't pat himself on the back. He's not that kind of guy, but I will toot his horn. Okay, I will pat him on the back. James, I'm honored to know you.
Well, thank you, sir.
Really honored to know you. I've been humbled. Guys, this is what it's all about. It's called relationship building. Building relationships with people you don't even know, like Richard. Getting out there and helping people. Thank you again, and good night.